Hello and welcome to another Brainworks Education Biology revision video. So let's get right to it. So question 2a says figure 2.1 shows a table of substances absorbed by plants from the soil. So I've got four substances: oxygen, nitrates, potassium, as well as water. So from the above figure, identify the substances which enter the plants via osmosis. So we know that osmosis is the movement of water. So here we're going to add water. So active transport is against a concentration gradient, and it involves usually charged substances. So here we're going to say nitrates, which are charged. So they have to move against a concentration gradient. And then for diffusion, it's usually for things that are moving down a concentration gradient from high concentration to low concentration. And these are usually inert molecules like oxygen and carbon dioxide. So here we're going to say oxygen, inert molecules. So this is how we answer this question here. But the question goes on to now say we have got a graph. So you can see the question is now saying it's showing a graph which shows the effects of pH on the rate of enzyme activity. And you can see here we've got two reactions, reaction N or enzyme N and enzyme O there, being affected by pH. And you can see that here the optimum pHs of these different enzymes here. So these peaks here are called optimum pH. Optimum pH. And you can see this enzyme here works best in an acidic pH. So this line there is acidic. So we're going to highlight it in red. We're going to say this region there is acidic. And the alkaline, we're going to highlight it in green. We're going to say this region there is alkaline. So you can see enzyme X or reaction N is acidic and reaction Y is alkaline in nature. So what term is given to the parts labeled X and Y? So we've already answered that. So we're going to say optimum pH. Optimum pH, that's the pH at which the enzyme reaction is at its peak. Which reaction is under acidic condition? So we're going to say reaction N, because its optimum pH is acidic. So reaction N. Then the question proceeds to say which reaction could only be for protein food, and then you give your answer. So protein digestion, the end point of protein digestion is usually in the small intestines, and enzymes in the small intestines are alkaline in nature. So I'm going to say reaction Y. So we'll say reaction Y, and then we're going to give the reason. The reason we're going to say protein digestion in the small intestines is alkaline. Your trypsin, your peptidase enzymes are all alkaline in nature, and at the end of the day they are going to break down your peptides into amino acids, which are the end products of protein digestion in animals. So explain the role of enzymes in metabolism. So two roles of enzymes in metabolism: it's either you are building things up or you are breaking things down. So if you are building things up, that's anabolism. So e.g. you are making proteins from amino acids, or you are breaking things down. So catabolism, e.g. you are breaking down carbohydrates to glucose so that they can be used for energy. So breaking down carbohydrates to glucose. So Brainworks family, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please like, please subscribe, please book your one-on-one sessions so that we can prepare you for that distinction in biology. Thank you very much.